Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to a very special episode of Easy Buckets. How are you guys doing today? Hope you're having a fantastic day so far. In today's video, I got something that I guarantee you guys are going to love, especially if you're a big Lakers fan and love looking at the future. With the NBA season about to start, NBA training camp about to start, the Lakers are looking towards the future and targeting players via the buyout market. The Lakers right now have 14 players on their roster, which means they need one more spot filled. And even though they might not be filling it now, they're definitely going to fill it later. So if you're a big Lakers fan and want to know their master plan, you're going to love this video. Let's not waste any time. Let's get into it. Being able to utilize the buyout market has to be a very skilled trait when it comes to being a general manager. When talking about the past few seasons, Rob Pelinka has been very active via the buyout market. When constructing the Lakers championship team, he always leaves that option available of targeting players that could be available simply to just be prepared. I love that mindset of Rob Pelinka. I love that mindset of the Lakers management. And when talking about this upcoming season, I do believe that exact mindset, it's gonna stay the same. During this past offseason, the Lakers made so many moves where right now with their 14-man roster, they're technically already a championship squad. They have a lot of depth, a lot of championship caliber players already, and with the NBA allowing you 15 players to go into the regular season, it doesn't mean you have to. One way to look at it is yes, why not fill out your roster and of course buy out players later, waive players later, or two, focus on the players you already have, develop them, build chemistry, and then later on add a player that can contribute even more. And when talking about the Lakers, I do believe they're looking towards that route, saving that final spot for the future. This was a big report we got from the Lakers. Lakers plan to keep 15th roster spot open, targeting third point guard, wing with last two slots. This report answers so many questions. Are the Lakers targeting a frontcourt player? Are they targeting a wing player? Are they targeting a backcourt player? And oh boy, this report says it all. They are looking for a guard or a wing. With the Lakers just trading away Marc Gasol, they technically right now have 13 players on their roster, which means technically during this offseason, they could be signing one more player. But I do believe saving that 15th spot is a very intelligent idea. The report goes on and says this: the Lakers, who have 12 players under guaranteed contracts, will go into the 2021-22 season carrying 14 players in order to maintain flexibility, sources said. Each team can carry a maximum of 15 players and two two-way players. A third point guard is a priority, sources said, along with potentially adding another wing. As this report says, giving them an open roster spot gives the team flexibility, and I do believe flexibility in a championship run is going to be very important, especially when adjusting your rosters later. Which now moves me forward to the player I'm talking about today. Who should the Lakers target in this master buyout scenario? I want the Lakers to focus on John Wall. John Wall of the Houston Rockets, and oh boy, day by day, I do see it being more of a big time possibility. As of right now, John Wall's on the Houston Rockets, and when talking about his future there, I'm not sure if it's a guarantee he's going to be there forever. As of right now, he's 31 years old, listed at 6'3", weighing about 210 pounds. And going back to the 2017 NBA season, John Wall was considered one of the best point guards in the league. If you don't hear much about John Wall, I'm going to give you a quick description of what we all see. John Wall is known in the NBA as one of the fastest players, one of the best playmakers, one of the best elite defenders at the point guard position. He's always there on chase down blocks, playing great perimeter defense, and more importantly, is known as one of the more athletic point guards. He's kind of like a Russell Westbrook, but when you watch him play, he'll drive to the basket and do some crazy 360 layups, do some acrobatic shots that could simply give us a wow factor. As I mentioned earlier, in 2017, I would say that was when John Wall was at his best. He played about 78 games out of 82, but ever since then, John Wall got hit with so many injuries to his Achilles, to his knees, to his ankles, where right now, he's kind of in a very awkward stage in his NBA career. When talking about last season, playing for the Houston Rockets, he put up some amazing numbers when he was active. He averaged about 21 points per game, 3.2 rebounds, 6.9 assists, 1.1 steals, and 0.8 blocks per game. But the problem with John Wall was that out of 72 regular season games, John Wall only played 40, almost less than 60% of the games. That speaks volume to him not being healthy. He's not durable right now, and that goes to say, is John Wall a part of the Houston Rockets' future? With the Rockets being in a full rebuild mode now, they're focusing around Kevin Porter Jr., Jalen Green, Christian Wood. Is John Wall a part of that development? And to give you my straight up answer, I'm saying absolutely not. I want to see John Wall excel in a better team where he can actually prove the world that he's good as he used to be. And this is where the Lakers simply come in. Be patient, see John Wall's situation, and of course, if he does get bought out, I do believe Rob Pelinka's got to be strategic, make some phone calls, and imagine John Wall joining the unbeatable Lakers right now. The Lakers right now already have some pretty good point guards of Russell Westbrook, Rondo, and Kendrick Nunn, but you never know. As this season goes on, things could happen, circumstances could change, and of course, imagine having a backcourt combo of John Wall and Russell Westbrook. Come on, that's better than Russell Westbrook and Rondo. John Wall to me is better than Rondo. John Wall has proven to be a capable playmaker, a scorer at the guard position, but more importantly, as I mentioned earlier, a pretty good defender. And with me seeing the Lakers resting LeBron James more before the NBA playoffs, John Wall can come in, kind of be a secondary ball handler if LeBron is resting more, and of course, be a big time factor. With John Wall entering next summer with a player option, I do believe John Wall does not want to miss a good NBA season. And of course, this year, if he's not getting minutes with the Rockets, if the Rockets are losing, I wouldn't be surprised if an actual buyout happens. Of course, even though his contract is expensive, we've seen it in the past where NBA players would give up contracts, lose a little bit of money, but of course, kind of rejuvenate their career. John Wall right now is one of the more popular players to be bought out during this season, and when talking about the Lakers, if they're going to keep their 15th roster spot open, getting John Wall would be a master plan, elite, best option available, of course, if it happens. So yes guys, this wraps up my video for today, talking about the Lakers and the possibility of them getting John Wall. What's most important to me is I want to know your thoughts. Do you believe John Wall is a good target for the Lakers via the buyout market? Would John Wall sign the veterans minimum? Put your thoughts down in the comments below. But other than that, take it easy, God bless, and I'll see you all next time on Easy Buckets. Woo!